Hey everyone, Matt here and welcome back to the channel. And today I will be going over with you some things that I like and some things that I don't like about my 2021 Tesla Model Y. As you can see, we're a little change of venue for those of you that have seen some of my previous videos, a little bit of a change up from my classy driveway. The weather is beautiful here in South Carolina, so I decided to take all my filming gear downtown to the University of South Carolina and film here on one of the parking garage roofs. Actually, if you look off to the distance there, you can actually see the South Carolina State Capitol. So that was kind of a cool thing to do, something a little bit different. Also testing out my new mic that I bought. It's not a wireless one, it's just a classy wired one I bought off Amazon, I think for 20 bucks. It plugs into my phone and it runs all the way like over here, and it's kind of attached here at my shirt. So hopefully that works out okay. It's a little bit windy here, so I do apologize in advance. But enough about that. Let's get started. So one of the first things that I like about this vehicle is the overall cargo space. Power liftgate as well. Definitely digging that. According to Tesla's website, this vehicle is rated for 68 cubic feet of cargo space, and that's with the second row completely folded down. I didn't opt for the third row seat. I didn't want to pay the extra $3,000, something I didn't need. But so here's with, you know, the second row seats up, and you can see it said there's just lots of room here overall. Like even me sitting in here, you can just kind of gauge just how much room is actually in this vehicle for just cargo. So if you're moving or you're going on a trip, anything like that, this is a pretty solid vehicle for you. And if some reason you need just a little bit more room, Tesla's got you covered there. So all you got to do is just flip these two switches up, and now you have your second row seat folded down. Something else that can be made for the Tesla Model Y is a third-party bed. So there's a couple companies out there that actually make twin-size beds that are able to unfold and fit into the back of your Model Y. There's one in particular that caught my eye. It's by a company called Tessmat. They make a bed that retails for around 260 bucks, and something that's unique about it is you're actually able to fit it into the floor space here. Some of the other ones, it's huge and it takes up almost the entire trunk space. But with it going, the Tessmat one going into the floor, that's kind of cool. Some advantages I see to actually maybe owning a bed for your Tesla Model Y is, say that you're going on a camping trip or something, you go to like a national park, you go to a campground, and you want to camp in your vehicle, that having a bed would definitely make that a lot easier. Or one of the biggest advantages I've noticed is, say that you're on shift work. So what if you're maybe a doctor or you're a nurse at a hospital, you work those long night shifts and you finally get a break, but there's nowhere to go. But guess what? You have this bed now as a quiet and a safe option to maybe if you want to just catch some Z's and just kind of unwind for a bit. Yeah, but let me know down in the comments below whether you think the Tesla bed is a viable option or not. Something else I really like is these 20-inch induction wheels. These come at an additional price tag of $2,000, and you'll be getting these 20-inch wheels, the inductions, compared to your 19-inch Gemini wheels. But overall, like, these rims just make the vehicle just pop. There's just something about them, especially combined with so you have the black induction wheels with the black trim all around, and then also this beautiful white exterior. Just it looks fantastic. Looking on Tesla's website, every color looks great with these induction wheels. If you don't mind a little bit, maybe a slightly rougher ride quality probably compared to the 19s, then I would highly suggest these induction wheels. The only downfall I'm going to see is you're going to lose a little bit of range. I'd say about maybe 20 miles. So instead of full 326 on a charge, ideally you're probably only going to get maybe 3.06 maybe, if like under optimal conditions. Another feature that I really like about my Model Y is just how tall the vehicle is off the ground. One thing that does is it allows me to get in and out of the vehicle much easier. I'll kind of demonstrate here. With my Model 3, normally I find myself hitting my head like on the pillar here just because it's so much lower to the ground. It's not bad, but I prefer this better. So now getting into the car, into the Model Y is much easier. It's a great experience. And something I noticed too, with the seat being higher off the ground, I do notice that my legs are a little bit more elevated, and it's just a more comfortable experience overall. Because the Model 3, the way that it sits, it handles to me, or it feels to me more like a sports car, which, don't get me wrong, this car is sports car like too. Like, this car accelerates and handles like a sports car, but guess what? It's 4,400 pounds, and it's the size of like a basically a mid-sized SUV. It's awesome. But overall, 10 out of 10. Definitely something I like about the Model Y is the seat height. All right, another feature that I really enjoy about the Model Y is the second row seats actually recline. I actually had no idea about this until one of my subscribers told me, but basically there is a power latch right here, and normally that would allow the seats to fold completely flat, but now that you're in it, all you have to do is just a little quick press, and reclines to the first position. Another one reclines it to the second position. For some of our taller folk, the second position probably won't be for you, because I noticed that my head actually hits this pillar that's right up here, so I'm not digging that too much. But if you want to recline it to its original position, just press it and boom, you're good to go. I'd say the first one is for me. I like this one. I'm a little bit more reclined, I'm more comfortable, and then combine that with putting the rear center cup holder down, tons of leg room. I could definitely travel in this car in the back seat all day. It's really nice.
So also something that I'm not too fond of is the size of the back window on the Model Y. I know a lot of people have complained about that through the rear view mirror they're not able to see too well. And I guess after using the vehicle for a couple weeks, I would tend to agree with that. The overall view from the rear view mirror out the back window is not the best, but it doesn't bother me. Main reason for that is because I actually use the rear camera option on the main center screen, so I'm just able to pull that up, and I can see behind me better than any rear view mirror ever could. But like I said, the negatives that I point out in this vehicle are just very small and very nitpicky, and there's nothing so far that's been an absolute deal breaker to where I wouldn't buy one of these. Probably my favorite feature of this vehicle is the Boombox feature. Tesla rolled this out sometime last year, and basically what it does is it allows you to turn the external safety speaker into your own personal private stereo set. And what I mean by that is Tesla's already front-loaded this with just a bunch of random sounds. You can do like a fart sound, you can do a goat, an old horn, but nothing will beat my absolute favorite, La Cucaracha. Nothing makes me laugh more when I'll just be driving down the road and you can honk the horn and La Cucaracha plays right after that. That's basically how it works is, so if you're in park, you can play the sound off the bat, like there's no horn, no nothing, but of course if you are driving down the road, if the car is in drive, if you were to honk the horn would honk once, and then whatever sound you choose would play after. Something that's also very unique is you can actually upload up to 5 custom sounds via the thumb drive that is now located in the glove box. It's used for Sentry mode. So you can go online, say you find a favorite goofy sound that you like, and you can upload it. So you already have 4 here. You got some Mr. Hanky, got the Imperial March, of course, the seismic charge from Star Wars. Everyone, a Star Wars fan will know that sound, and then a little Beavis and Butthead there. And something else that's also unique is you can also utilize a driving sound. And what the driving sound does is you can turn it on, and while the vehicle is in motion, it will play whatever sound you choose via the external speaker. Caveat to that is you can't play your own music at the same time while the driving sound is on. So whatever sound that you click to play, that's going to play not only outside the cabin, but also inside the cabin as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. But overall, it's a fun feature. Both of these, I love them. It's hilarious. But I'll stop talking and I'll play a few of them for you.
Have any TV for my bunghole? Howdy ho!
One big downfall that I have is this isn't geared towards the Model Y. This is more towards Tesla as a whole, and a lot of you will feel my pain on this one. It is the wait time. On Tesla's website, as of today, if you were to build a Model Y and place your $250 non-refundable deposit, you would get your vehicle in January. So as for me, I ordered this vehicle around mid-June and took delivery late August, so about 10 weeks. It seemed like a long time, but I'm definitely glad it's here. I thought 10 weeks was a long time. There's definitely some people, I know there's a lot of people that commented on one of my previous videos that they've been waiting since before April. Like, they placed their order months ago and they still have even yet to receive a delivery date, and then some, their delivery dates are December or January, and you ordered your car in April. So definitely, I'm sorry to hear that for everyone that's kind of in that situation right now, but all I can say is hold on, because I guarantee you that this car is worth the wait. It's just overall a fantastic vehicle. So one of the biggest issues I probably have, once again, this is nothing towards the Model Y at all. This is Tesla's delivery experience. So let's rewind a little bit to 2018. I was just picking up my my red Model 3, and like, I'm used to like seeing YouTube videos, you know, where like the car is in the bay and like, you know, this is like the overall great experience. I didn't have that. The car was out in the pouring rain. I was the only person there and the bays were empty. So the fact that they couldn't even pull it into the bay for me to inspect it was a little bit unacceptable in my opinion. I felt bad for the lady. She was trying to tell me, like, show me how to use my car, and she's like kind of standing outside, and like, she doesn't have an umbrella. It's pouring rain, and I kind of told her off the bat. I'm like, hey, I've seen plenty of videos. I know how this works. And you can tell she whispers. She's like, oh, thank you so much, because you know she's out there getting soaked, and I felt super bad for her. But all right, well, fast forward now to a couple weeks ago. I'm in there in the office with my delivery advisor, and the first thing he has me does is pull up the app. It's so you can, and he tells me to click accept delivery on the app. Big problem. I've yet to see the vehicle. It was still outside. I never even laid eyes on the vehicle yet, and he wants me to click accept delivery. So first thing I did is like, hey, I'm gonna stop you there. I want to look at the car first before I accept delivery. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. You know, I go around, inspect the vehicle. First thing I notice is some spots on the hood of the car. And originally I thought it was sap. The color just kind of lined up. That's what I thought it was. And the delivery guy's like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's parked under a tree, so it's probably just some sap. I'm like, all right, no big deal. I'll take it home. I'll wash it. That's normally what I do. I'll wash the car personally. So I power spray my car. Doesn't come off. I use a clay bar on my car. Still doesn't come off. So now I'm on the phone with Tesla service, just trying to get this figured out. And I kind of voice my frustrations, all of you on YouTube. And shout out to Unforgiven Panda for actually giving me this piece of advice. It wasn't sap on the car, it was actually iron deposits. Never heard of it before. I didn't even know it was a thing. But it's caused basically by like some brake dust maybe getting on the hood of the car. I think the big contributor this time was the overall delivery across the country via train. So the car was shipped from Fremont via train over here to the East Coast, and I'm feeling a lot of that brake dust from the track and the train kind of lodged itself onto the vehicle. So I went on Amazon, I bought some iron remover spray from his advice, sprayed it onto the hood of the car, and if there is iron deposits on the car, the first thing you'll notice is the entire surface of the vehicle will turn purple. And what do you know, in a couple of minutes, the entire hood was purple. And after a couple of rounds with that, power spraying the car, iron deposits were gone. The hood looks just as good as new. But the main issue I have is not only did the vehicle, it made it past the detailers, they didn't notice it. Delivery advisor didn't notice it or didn't feel the need to say anything to me. It's just the fact that I pointed it out, and then I had to spend money out of my own pocket to buy iron remover to get those iron spots off of my car. In my opinion, this goes for any vehicle, not just Teslas, but for me, like, I spent almost $60,000 on this car, and the fact that I had to go out of my way and do that, I think that's a little unacceptable on Tesla's part. That's their build issues and some of their quality control issues. That's their big Achilles heel right now, on top of their just delivery time frame. So biggest piece of advice to you, if you see anything absolutely minor with the car, point that out to them and have them fix it there on the spot. Do not drive off the lot with that vehicle unless you are 100% satisfied. I would also recommend bringing a friend as well. My buddy Race came out with me. He actually drove me to Charlotte to pick up the vehicle, and he noticed it as well, top of a couple very minor things. So yeah, have somebody go with you, just a second set of eyes on the vehicle, just to make sure that the car is absolutely up to your standards. All right, everyone, that's all I got for you today. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and click on the bell as well. I plan on doing a lot of videos about the Model Y, just kind of more in-depth, maybe some aerial photography as well. I do have a tri-motor Cybertruck on order, so hopefully I will get that delivered sometime next year. We'll see. But overall, that's all I got. See ya!